Spring had arrived early in Paris that year, and on sunny days, Jim would often sit at one of the outside tables of the brasserie at the head of the Rue Saint-Louis-en-Ile and drink a beer or two, either Stella Artois or Kronenberg. Refreshed, Jim pressed on across the footbridge to the Ile de la Cité, where he sometimes paused to light a candle in one of the quiet chapels of the Notre Dame Cathedral. Victor Lemmy remembers that Jim was very attentive to the street musicians. There was music everywhere in Paris. American kids strumming guitars in the Place Saint-Michel, European kids bowing violins, English and Irish buskers, gypsies playing accordions in the metro. Jim usually emptied his pockets for these scruffy musicians, Lemmy said, and he stopped to listen to almost every one he saw. And he gave each one a few francs or a large roll of bills if that was all he had with him. Another thing was that he wasn't recognized. He had this freedom, a different thing for him. He wore a suede jacket, a nice dress shirt, corduroy trousers. He looked like any postgraduate American 27-year-old student at the Sorbonne. Jim then crossed to the left bank. Sometimes he kept walking along the river, browsing in the bookstalls. Other times he wandered through the Sorbonne, the University of Paris, and paused amid the many bookshops. Paris was still in the grip of the revolutionary events of 1968, and Jim often stopped to watch, with total fascination, student demonstrations turn into mini riots in the streets. The government was paving over much of the Latin Quarter because the demonstrators of '68 had ripped up the city's classic old cobblestones and thrown them at the riot police. In 1971, Jim Morrison saw the last of the old Paris streets before they were lost forever.